Hello. Yeah, I like to do it with this hello on the. Can you hear can you feel the love?
I can feel the love. I can feel the love in this room.
I'm so glad because I think it went out the door, the window, or somewhere, but we got it back. And matter of fact, James, I'm going to share this on the second song. You've got a friend because
Wait a second, Bill.
what's happening?
What is this?
This is
What is this?
Oh, you got me wired, man. This is the American Dreamer Show.
Oh, thank you. The
Thank
people
you.
out there that are just tuning in might be wondering, what is this?
Okay, let's start. This is the American Dreamer Show.
Thank you.
Number 28, 29. We've lost track, right, James? You say 29, I say 28, but it's all good. We've had like 7 months of working together and sharing our love and good fortune or good feelings with our audience, and hopefully they're reciprocating in some way. We don't know how, but we hope
we know.
They're feeling better as a result of our efforts. And we have a good show tonight. Format, some fun. We started off with there's some music, some inspiration, some more music, some more fun and inspiration. But we're going to end on a positive note. And
you're ending the show?
No, positive note.
We're going to end on the positive note, you said.
Yes.
I thought we were ending. I was going to say, it's a short show. Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
It's okay. I'm used to it. But the thing is this, it's summer. It's June.
Oh, we know it.
That's why this song it fits right in there. How many 24 days or 23 days of 90 degrees temperature here in Tampa?
Actually, Bill, technically it's not summer.
I know.
It only feels like summer.
Right. Well,
we're in Tampa here.
And we get a head start.
Yeah, we get a head start.
But
it's still spring.
Yes. Well, I found that the interesting thing.
What is it? What is the equinox? The vernal. What is it?
Vernal equinox.
I have it right. Vernal equinox is
June 21st, 22nd.
What's the winter? Is the solar? So what's the winter?
December.
Yeah. What is it called? You don't know.
We need to check that.
Yeah, we'll Google it.
We don't
Something else, some other kind of equinox.
It starts with
solstice.
Solstice, yes.
It's not the solstice equinox. No.
Yeah.
Is it?
They named a car after that. It was a Pontiac Solstice.
Pontiac Solstice.
Yes. So what I wanted to...
And Chevy Equinox.
It sounds like a Chevy commercial here. Okay. Today, I want to share with you, my audience, about the last day of classes here in Hillsborough County, Tampa. And it was Friday. And in the 11 years that I have been teaching substitute teaching, I never had the benefit of teaching the last day. And I signed up for 5th grade, and I had a special treat because unbeknownst to me, it was a clap out.
A clap out?
CLAP out. Because these were 5th graders. Yeah, that was all over the place. Okay, John, you reached the threshold. I can hear myself talk. So anyway, at the end of the morning, the 5th graders, there were 4 or 5 classes of 5th grade in that school, were going around throughout the campus and the school within the other classes, the teachers that were there, all the staff, and they were applauded by the underclassmen because they were leaving and they were going to middle school, 6th.
Gotcha. 7th. That was their way of getting rid of them.
Yes, and there was some emotional, feelings, not just among the class,
So this is the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd and 4th graders saying goodbye to the 5th graders.
Yes.
And the 4th graders are like, all right,
and we're next,
you guys.
Yes,
we're the bosses now.
Yeah, we're in charge now.
We're in charge now. Get out, you guys. Mm-hmm.
So it was a very memorable thing. And also, I sort of sent them on their way. I managed to play about 4 songs. I had my guitar with me. And so they enjoyed those songs, the selection. And I sort of sent them on their way too. And I clapped and it was glad, I'm off this summer. Now I'm on summer vacation, John. Oh, wow. How
What
exciting.
did you do on your first day of your summer vacation?
Said I played tennis.
My first day of my summer vacation, I woke up. You remember Cheech and Chong?
Oh gosh, that's going to take us over the
Then
limit.
I went downtown to look for a job. Then I hung out in front of the drugstore. Sorry, go ahead.
Saturday night, I partook in a celebration here in Clearwater, down at the Clearwater Beach, with Frenchie's Restaurant. Frenchie is a very successful young entrepreneur who started out about 30 years ago.
Wait a minute. You said young.
And now he's middle-aged.
Okay.
But I remember playing tennis with him.
What did he start when he was 10?
No, he's in his 50s. I don't know.
Okay.
See, he was probably around 25, 30. But I remember playing tennis with him at the Clearwater tennis complex down Clearwater. And he started from that one Frenchie's on the beach. And I think he has 8 or 9 at Tarpon and Tampa.
Is there a Frenchie's in Tarpon?
Yes, because they were going to have something for
I know there's one in Dunedin.
Dunedin, yes. And so we went down and had
I think you're making stuff up.
No, it was a really nice evening at the Saltwater Cafe.
Saltwater Cafe in Clearwater Beach. The original.
That's not the...
What's the original?
Frenchie's. Right next to the Rockaway Grill, which was the other one he opened that up.
The Saltwater Cafe is the little one on the side street.
Yes, on Poinciana.
Yeah.
So it was very nice. Nice bands and good food. And I enjoyed it. I was glad I celebrate with, this is an institution now.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. And I worked on, it worked for me. Next week, I wanted to share a sort of promotional stuff, what we have in store. We might have Dr. David Kalin back talking about One Human, One World, One Health Foundation.
The healthcare.
Yes.
Yeah.
We might get involved with that. And Dr. Henry Korn is going to be gracing our stage.
We have a stage?
Well, use your mind, use your imagination.
Our virtual stage.
Yes, I like that. That's good. And also there was an article in the paper about our other guest, Joy Katzen-Guthrie, is going to be on WMNF 85 starting June 16th.
Yes.
And she made her announcement of this earth-shattering event right here on our stage.
Right.
Yes, that was pretty darn cool. And so this song that I guess we might as well get into the music, because that's what I think is good timing. And this song I enjoyed playing when it first came out about 30, 40 years ago. And this is from John Denver's album that has Rocky Mountain High. We all know about Rocky Mountain High, and it's a compilation of things that he put together. But this particular song is part of Seasons Suite.
You going to sing Rocky Mountain High?
No, not this time. We're going to do it, I promise you, because it's such a wonderful song. But Suite, Suite, and Seasons. So
I don't know that song.
Well, because
you're asking me to sing along, I don't know it.
Well, I'm going to share.
If you want to sing Rocky Mountain High, I know it. I can sing along.
We will do it. Maybe
Are you sure you don't want to change your mind about Rocky Mountain High?
No, because I got the music right here.
Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. Sure you don't want to do it?
I've seen rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God and listen to the casual reply. To Rocky Mountain High. No, I don't think we're going to sing
Colorado.
That song. We did Colorado. But in this album, he creates a song for each season.
Okay.
Summer, spring,
That's
winter.
A little theme.
And he even has a fifth one called Late Winter, Early Spring, when everyone goes to Mexico. And then he has the spring. Now, this is summer. And it creates as usual, a wide range of good feelings. I think you're going to feel very good about this song.
It's a good thing John Denver didn't live in Florida. He wouldn't have Very, very good.
Wouldn't have any mountains.
No, wouldn't have any mountains to sing about. He'd be singing about the swamps and
alligators.
He'd be more like John Fogerty, I think.
Creedence Clear. What a team they would make, huh?
Yeah, I think they were from California, weren't they?
Creedence Clearwater.
Yeah.
You never know by the name. So this is a song that I really enjoy playing and singing, and it's called Summer by John Denver. Silently the morning mist is lying on the water, captive moonlight waiting for the dawn. Softly like a baby's breath, a breeze begins to whisper, the sun is coming quick, you must be gone. Smiling like a superstar, the morning comes in singing the promise of another sunny day. And all the flowers open up to gather in the sunshine. I do believe that summer's here to stay. And oh, I love the life within me. I feel a part of everything I see. And oh, I love the life around me. A part of everything is here in me. Writing on the tapestry of all there is to see, so many ways and oh, so many things. Rejoicing in the differences, there's no one just like me, yet as different as we are, we're still the same. And oh, I love the life within me. Yeah, I feel a part of everything I see. And oh, I love the life around me. Yeah. A part of everything is here in me. A part of everything is here in me. A part of everything is here in me. A part of everything is here in me.
Your old standby, good old John Denver.
He says it all. Could you imagine being in the Rocky Mountains and getting that inspiration, and being able to put together words and phrases and music?
Somebody was saying that they should put a big canvas up along 19 and paint mountains and stuff.
Hey, that goes right into our American Dreamer rocks.
American Dreamer.
The rocks we're going to paint, and we can paint big rocks. We'll have to get a quarry of stones and just get a couple of bulldozers.
Yeah, why don't you get started on that?
Okay, after the show,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call.
Find some boulders to paint.
Quarries are us. All right, Johnny. Anything you'd like to add? Because I have the highest regard for your.
Well, I was trying to do a little research on Woodstock 50.
Please,
and I guess they're having all kinds of problems with the venue. They have all the artists set. I think I talked earlier a few shows ago about the different artists that were going to be there. Like Robert Plant, The Killers,
Santana.
Yeah, a lot of bands that were from the original Woodstock, and then a lot of bands, of course, that are current, like Jay-Z, Imagine Dragon, KG Elephant. But it may happen, it may not. There's a problem. They don't think the venue they think it's going to be a big mess.
At Watkins Glen.
Yeah. So they haven't given up hope yet, but tickets have not gone on sale yet. Until they get all this, straightened out. So you asked me to give you an update, and the update is I don't really have an update.
Well,
the update is they're still working on it,
and that's part of the plan. I mean, when you think of what happened there at Ezer's farm.
Yasgur's farm.
Yes. What kind of plan was in the works with that?
Well, I mean, it turned out to be a much bigger plan than anticipated.
It took off.
And I don't think they wanted to get out of control, because it could potentially get out of control.
Well,
with all this going on,
I'm going to call Craigslist and get that van that we talked about. That Volkswagen van. We'll paint it. We can have a painting party for the environment. It'll be environmental friendly.
We're not going to use spray paint. We're going to use some kind of watercolor.
Indian paint that they used at the Navajo reservation. Yes, well, that's cool. Well, I'm glad you brought us up to date on that. I really would like to go up there. When I was living in New York during that time, Watkins Glen was a very primo place before NASCAR. They had the Formula One. They had the Grand Prix.
Okay.
And they would be up there in Watkins Glen.
You know what's really funny is, being from New Jersey, New York's the next state over.
Sure.
And when I think of New York, of course, I think of New York City. And then anything above New York City is upstate to me.
I think
Orange County, New York is, that's upstate to me.
I think all the people in New York City felt that same way.
Yeah. Everything to me is upstate. I spent very little time. I do not know hardly anything about upstate New York. It's a very big state, and to me, it's like to drive. I want to say Woodstock was like kind of right in the middle of the state, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not that far.
So that would be from Jersey, probably a good 4 hours. I'm guessing.
Well, when we grew up on Long Island, my folks would always take my sister and I up to near Schenectady, Saratoga. They have all the forts and stuff.
They have a racetrack up there too.
Well, we didn't too young, but they had the castles and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a nice way to spend the summer. And I enjoyed, that time.
Well, I know it's cooler up there, and they got some nice lakes up there. And
delicious. Yeah. Yes.
Good place to go rafting and canoeing and stuff like that.
All right. Well, that brings back some good memories, and let's hope we can continue on our journey of dreaming and hoping and praying. And this is 101 exercises for the soul. I think it's a number of very interesting simple practices for a healthy body and mind. And the author is Dr. Bernie S. Siegel. And what I found very interesting about it is I want to share with our audience on Spreaker.com, and also with the YouTube channel and iHeartRadio and Spotify, because we owe them a great debt of gratitude for letting us bring our show on the road or on the airwaves.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. But this first thing about give yourself gifts, on chapter 37, Exercises for the Soul, is that this Saturday, while you were busy working, no, Friday night. It was Friday night, the 31st of May. I took in a very nice game of the Philadelphia Threshers. You know where I'm going now?
No,
with them?
the Clearwater Threshers.
Oh, they're the minor league of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah.
But they're the Clearwater Threshers.
They're the single A affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies.
You said that very
minor
nicely.
league
Yes.
baseball. Yeah.
And it was a great game, except
Yeah.
they lost, but that wasn't the main reason why we were there. They had the Journey tribute band.
Never Stop Believing.
Never Stop Believing. What? Oh, they were so good.
You enjoyed it.
It was so
They
quality.
they were good. They were actually very good.
They're from the East Coast, Fort Lauderdale, and
East Coast of Florida.
Florida,
Yeah.
correct, Mundo. And they also do Bon Jovi for the their
Not for us, but
no, but they do
yeah,
tribute
yeah.
stuff for them. But one of their songs, and I showed you, and I told you I'm going to learn to play that. Is called "Be Good to Yourself." That was one of the Journeys.
Okay.
And it's a theme that runs through for my, I've been married, but I've been on my life, all my life, mostly by myself. So, I learned to treat myself nice.
Yeah.
I don't argue with me. I think if this is what I want to do, I'll agree. Okay. No aggravation. But so this one has an interesting thing about what do you want to receive? It says, give yourself gifts. And are they what you think you deserve? And if they're the same, what, if anything, did your parents make you feel you're worthy of, and or what you are unworthy? What do you pray for? Stop and think about your desires. Whether you realize it or not, you are creating your life based on these thoughts, which makes sense. And take some time to yourself and make an honest appraisal of the desires that have driven your life up until now, and rethink about where you're heading and where you're going. And it's been a theme, a thread that's run through my consciousness. And so that was it. There was one page, these little, aphorisms of what good things to think about. What I like about is the next page, the next exercise 38 is take a bath.
Yeah, take a bath, Bill.
Maximize your relaxation time. Well, I kind of did a little conjure up, because if you twist the words a little bit around, I like to shower myself with good things and gifts. So it's sort of like an affirmation of going to the next level here. So, do something nice, set aside an afternoon or evening, create a warm, healthy bath yourself, or whatever. Music, soft music. I like to make my own soft music, but I think I'm going to take a bath. I haven't taken a bath.
Baths are good. I miss my old house that had the jacuzzi bath.
Oh,
I miss that so much.
that's-
If that's the one thing, that in my pool, but that's the one thing I miss is that those jets going through my back. Oh yeah.
We need to find. I have a pool in my complex here that I need to take advantage of it more
Yeah.
often at the end of the day. But here's another wonderful set of stories and writings, and you probably are all familiar with the original Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, and Amy Newmark. And this is a very powerful setting. And I believe in a holistic approach to life and dealing with my philosophy of pains is if it hurts, hurt it back. I've told you that. But, I can't say it's the way everybody should go. You got to deal with your own issues, and for good or bad. But this is a beautiful little story I came across, and it was Mark Victor Hansen that contributed this. And it's about a healing process and what we have the power to do. And the audience was in alignment, and it was an ecstatic feeling. I explained that everyone has healing energy and healing potential. 5% of us have it so dramatically pouring forth from our hands that we could make it our profession. I said, this morning I was introduced to Amy Graham, a 17-year-old whose final wish was to be at this seminar. I want to bring her up here and let you all send healing life force energy towards her. Perhaps we can help. She did not request it. I am just doing this spontaneously because it feels right. The audience chanted, yes, yes, yes. Amy's dad led her up onto the stage. She looked frail from all of the chemotherapy, too much bed rest, and an absolute lack of exercise. The doctors hadn't let her walk for 2 weeks prior to this seminar. So you can feel this is a not encouraging, helping situation, but let's see what happens. I had the group warm up their hands and send her healing energy, after which they gave her a tearful standing ovation. Now listen to this. 2 weeks later, she called to say that her doctor had discharged her after a total remission.
Huh.
2 years later, she called to say she was married. I have learned never to underestimate the healing power we all have. It is always there to be used for the highest good. We just have to remember to use it. Oh. Well, because
the power of healing.
Yes, yes. So I believe there's so much good that comes out of people working together and giving it their best energies and effort. And let's see if I can find another one. I don't know if we could top that, but this is from Jean Houston, A Passion for the Possible. And I've resorted to some of her wonderful messages. And it's on page 11, and it's a shorty. Bum, ba-da-bum. Oh. During a break, a number of people came up to me with that idea. One woman spoke of feeling a push from the past and a pull from the future to be all that she could be. It's as if my ancestors demand it and my descendants require it. You know, the descendants, her future. A man reported that the capacity he most desired was to reactivate the parts of himself he had let lapse. Can we all attest to that? Like what? I asked, like memory, imagination, creativity. He replied, I've been running so hard, I've forgotten who I am. As a young man, I was filled with dreams and ideas, so many ideas. I want to get back some of them. See, this is why we're here, John. We want to get back quick. And, you know, if you don't try it, you don't know if you can do it. Well, I'm putting you on the spot.
Don't put me on the spot.
We were already on. Take a second and see if you could come up with what you would like to do in the next, say, 2 or 3 years.
Where do you see yourself? It's like a job interview. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, John?
Listen, John, you got the job. You don't even have to answer. I love you. No, it's something to think about. I mean, if you asked me, you know, I want to have my 4th book written. I have movie rights for Dad's book. Oh, we have stuff going on here. I hear.
The clock is ticking.
Ooh, ha, hee, ha.
I think that's James's way of telling you that you got to play that second song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
play the second song. Don't look at the clock.
All right, but I want to share something with you because that's book, the 3rd book, before I get to the 4th book, is It Worked for Me. And John, I was going to have the superfood for tonight. It's what do you think that is?
Eggs.
Eggs. How many eggs are there?
God, I'm really glad I brought the chicken. We brought the chicken came before the egg.
Now we know which came first.
Yes, the chicken came before the egg.
You little.
Wait, let's explain this now.
Right.
Okay, so
it worked for me.
Wait, no. We're gonna explain this. Forget about your book.
No, super food. It's a super. All right, go ahead.
No, what we were discussing what we were gonna have because we always have a little something to eat, you know. And I said, don't worry, Bill. I'll take care of it. I'll bring the food. So then Bill texted me. He says, no, John, we're going to have a superfood. I'm like, oh, I don't like the way this is sounding.
What's going?
Yeah. So I said, no, Bill, I'm going to Sam's Club. I'm going to get a salad and I'm going to bring a chicken. Don't worry.
Rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, rotisserie chicken. Don't worry about your superfood. And now I'm finding out that the chicken came before the egg.
You're lucky because
I'm so glad that the chicken came before the egg.
what I had to go with it is I have this Hunter Valley beef sausage and turkey sausage, and I was going to saute them in a skillet with eggs, and then it would have been nice. You would have had the salad.
Okay.
And
let me propose this. Let's do a morning show.
Yeah.
Let's do a morning show, and we'll have breakfast, and you can make your eggs, and it'll be wonderful.
But it's a superfood. All right. Now, because what this showed right next to the eggs, it said, hello. We all want more energy. No one doctor says he's found the secret. But here is what they're saying, that this helps. Tiredness and fatigue are an epidemic in America. This can be easily solved at home. And this is why I have probably around 10 to 12 eggs a week. I'll have 2 or 3. I had 3.
How's your cholesterol?
170, 171.
Okay.
And that's darn good.
That's good.
And because I exercise also. But I found out today that they want me to go for a glucose test because they have a little more. It's over this, threshold.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you have 6 cartons of ice cream in the refrigerator.
Yeah, but you never eat them.
in the Klondike bars and all kinds.
You got to calm down on the ice cream.
I am, and I told him I would, but he said it's too late. He gave me a prescription to get the test.
Oh boy.
Yes, but that's okay. It's all happening at the zoo. All right. So let's do that second song. And this is a near and dear person that most Americans can identify if you're in maybe.
If you went to Woodstock, maybe.
And also if you're on the threshold of not cashing out from the millenniums. If you're in the millenniums, you might.
If you're becoming a senior citizen this year.
No. Well, she's getting up there. But
yeah,
this is the classic Tapestry album.
Carole King. I hear the earth move under my feet. You're going to do that song? That's an awesome song, Bill. I hear the earth move under my feet. We're going to tribute California. Is that it?
And also, it's too late. And will you love me tomorrow?
Baby, now it's too late. She's awesome. That's song. Which one are you going to do?
You've Got a Friend.
Wait a minute.
You Got Me?
That's a James Taylor song, though. I thought.
Well, because they befriended each other, and she bequeathed that song. He got as much play on it than she did. And on my second CD, that was about 4 years ago, I had recorded this song, and she had just received the award. It was the George Gershwin Award for songwriting and stuff. And it was a beautiful testimonial. It was, I think, at the Kennedy Center. And they had all these beautiful artists that were there to celebrate with her, like Billy Joel and, of course, James Taylor.
Of course.
And it was very fitting and very justifiable. So this is her classic song, You've Got a Friend. And we all should have friends. We should also be friends. And I'm your friend, whether you like it or not.
Not for long if you don't play the song.
Okay. When you're down and trouble and you need some love and care and nothing's going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah. You got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah. You got a friend. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? When people can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them. But don't you let them. Oh, don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, oh yeah, yes. You've got a friend with me. Right, John?
Right, Bill. The whole time you were playing, I was looking for this Saturday Night Live episode with James Taylor way back in 77. I think it was season 2. I couldn't find it. I couldn't pull it up, but it was a funny sketch. It was James Taylor was the host, I think, and he was playing.
Thank you, James.
And I want to say it was maybe Lorraine Newman, and they were talking, and he was saying, and he's playing the song, and I guess there was somebody trying to get him, and he's like, "You just call him. I'm calling out what's your name? And
Where are you?
where are you?
I thought you were going
remember
to be
that?
here.
Right.
Winter, I called you winter. I called you summer, fall. What's going on?
Yeah. It was
You
a
know.
funny sketch. It was hilarious.
And you when you say something like that, you're committing yourself.
Right.
I mean,
But he wasn't there.
well, we're
sorry.
here and,
Yeah.
and we want to be here. We
Yeah.
want to be there for people. We have things, to share and be good about, to feel good about. All right. I'm going to do a couple of quick quotes and then I want to share, I'll leave you with something from my dad. All right. Crypto quotes. Most of us can forgive and forget, but we don't want the other person to forget we forgave.
Right.
Okay. And I like this about poetry because, I like to do this kind of stuff. You can find poetry in everyday life, your memory, in what people say on the bus, in the news, or just what's in your heart.
Thank
That's
you.
the poetry. You
Right.
can make it. Okay. One more because we only want to do 3. There was one about Thomas Jefferson. Oh, if I can only find that.
What Jefferson was saying was, hey, we left this England place because it was bogus. So if we don't get some cool rules ourselves pronto, we'll just be bogus too.
Yes.
Jess Spicoli. That's mine. That's mine.
Well,
for the
that's
day.
good. That's John.
Yeah,
It's
that's good.
John's.
That's Jeff. No, that's Jess Spicoli's.
Right. Are you? Well, this was something that he said. Nothing is politically right, which is morally wrong. Nothing is politically right, which is morally wrong. Thomas Jefferson. Okay, I'm going to share something with you. I'm just going to do it. This is a teaser because I can't get the picture of my dad, but we made a comment that this is George Burns.
George Burns looks a lot like your dad.
And we're going to show that. But he's so funny. I took my dad to see the 90 Years of Broadway at Ruth Eckerd Hall. He enjoyed that. And he had a bunch of stuff that he loved to. He said, "Are you still with me? Good. Because I wanted to talk to you about something I've never been able to understand. Why is it that so many people spend their lives living in the past? Not just older people either. And their past may not have been that great. It doesn't matter. They are constantly looking back. You see them, grown-up men who sit at their desk replaying that punt they returned in the big homecoming game. Middle-aged mothers who can't get past their big moment in that high school play. I have a neighbor who went on a cruise with his wife years ago, and he can't forget that he came in second in the big ping pong tournament. And he just goes through this. And pardon me, the last time I saw him, he didn't mention the other thing, which he was really having a problem with. He told me that he and his wife have very few friends.
It's kind of like Al Bundy. He keeps talking about the 5 touchdowns he scored, which is probably not true.
Yes. Okay. So I want to close out with we're going to have a chance to do this big rock, the American Dreamer rock. We're going to, that was a Broadway show, Rock of Ages. This is American, we're changing a little subtitle, American Dreamer Rocks. We're going to send rocks for the environment. We're going to come up with a plan. And I promise you, John.
Are you doing a play off my friend's thing?
Yes.
In California. Okay.
What's his name? Do you remember?
Big Wave Dave.
Big Wave
Dave Dean.
Okay. We're going to come up with a plan. And we're going to have pictures and a prototype. And we're going to do it. Okay. But in the meantime, please do something nice for yourself and for others around you. And we're going to have a nice ending because I love you. I feel good about this. And my friends say, now's the time. Go forth and prosper. Be well. Enjoy. We love you. Thank you for being here with us. Bill Sefakar, your friend.